I'm Drew. That's my 69 Cutlass. This is a wheel well, and today I'm going to try and fix it with this $30 tool I found on the internet. This is a hot stapler. It's a type of plastic welder that lets you use little bits of metal to hold the ends of your plastic together after a break. And I'm going to try and use it to fuse the two ends of this wheel well back together so that I can use the original part back in my classic car rather than buy a new one, which would cost $300. So this could save you a ton of money in your restoration, and if you're a little handy, it could do a lot of stuff around the house too. Let's see. It seems a previous owner or a previous mechanic used a piece of road sign here to try and either strengthen this for underneath the battery tray or repair the crack before I got a hold of it, and then my accident may have exacerbated the problem. So I'm just going to cut this off. Now that I've got all the ends of the rivets off, I should be able to just slide this thing.
Fly ahead.
Not the other side. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a bent up floor tool, but this might be a trick. Most of my tools are just odd-shaped pieces of metal.
Tools of persuasion. Oh, you have to pop each one.
Don't ever use pop rivets for anything. They suck. Ugh, from every angle, they just suck. I really didn't think this would be the hardest part of the video. It's running just everywhere. That's just a dust flap. But looks like somebody tried to undercoat this, but you don't have to undercoat plastic. So we're just going to clean this out real quick. At least it was a good undercoat. It's coming up in nice, like, sheets. Whatever. It's decent stuff. Don't need a cloth. Yeah, good for this. So we have a couple of different styles. I'm going to use the ones with the nice deep swivelly grooves that look like that. because they're going to grab either side of the plastic real well and hold everything together. So, put this in the end there. Hold our plastic ends together. Press it where we want it. Pull the trigger. And once it's in a little bit, I'm just going to give it a little twist so that the staple is under the plastic. And that's all there is to it. A little tricky to get into the tool sometimes. I'm just going to give it that little twist so that all the metal is underneath some welded plastic. If you got gloves, you can tap the liquid plastic. I don't recommend it though, because the melted plastic on your fingertips hurts. In case you didn't know. You know, I was actually worried that this thing was going to melt too fast and just go right through this thing. And I gotta say, it is super easy to use. It heats up nice and slow. I think this one has like a 2 or 3 second heat up time from when you pull the trigger to when the plastic is really liquidy. So you have enough time to kind of work it a little bit, get it where you want it. Oh god, I'm sweating on the stuff. Get it where you want it, and you know, make it work the way you need it to. So that is super duper cool. So, hey honey, you want to do one for me? Here, stay right here. Alright, so I'm gonna hold these together. Yep, right about. Yep. Press it evenly, yeah, give it a twist. Beautiful, let go. Perfect. Look at that. Perfect one on the first try. So I'm just going to put one up here to try and keep the brake from going any further. So now I am going to use the little nippers that are provided to take the rest of the ends of the staples off. I'm going to use the hot tip provided to smooth over the crack and hide all these cute squiggly lines, which I kind of like, but you know, we're going to make it look good. Safety first. Ta-da!
Go ahead.
So I just pull the trigger until I got liquid plastic. And I'm just kind of dragging it across and filling in the cracks. Make sure you do this in a well-ventilated area.
Mistakes.
Pretty obvious. Pretty obviously, I'm melting plastic, and normally I wouldn't do this so close to my face, but I am outside, and it's a pretty windy day out, so I'm not super concerned. I can barely smell it. As long as your smoke isn't billowing up into your face and building up in your area, you should be good, but you know, safety first. You really probably should use some sort of air mover or ventilator if you're going to be inside doing anything with a tool like this.
A mask even.
Well, a mask isn't going to actually do anything because they're toxic fumes, not particles.
Oh, I meant like a paint mask.
Paint mask should do something. That's a respirator.
Oh, whatever.
Something my dad always used to say is, do as I say, not as I do. No! Here comes the rain. Do 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 do. I'm using an electric tool. I should go inside and electrocute myself. But I'm pretty much done. So, I gotta say, man, for a $30 tool, that is not a bad fix. It's definitely not the prettiest, but once I go through this with some of that Brillo pad and clean all this dirt off of here, I can go through and smooth these up a little bit more if I want to. I'm trying to get out of the rain before this starts, but that's all for today. I've got to give this thing a 10 out of 10, but bye!